A delegation from the White House is headed to Dearborn today as the Biden administration tries to mend a rift over U.S. policy in the Israel-Hamas war. The senior officials will be meeting with leaders of the Arab American and Muslim communities. They are outraged over the loss of civilian lives in Gaza since Israel and Hamas went to war. Protesters greeted President Joe Biden as he paid a visit to Metro Detroit last week. Arab American support for his re-election is in serious jeopardy. 7 Action News reporter Brett Cast has more on what's expected from this high-stakes meeting today.
Just 1 week ago, President Joe Biden touched down in Metro Detroit, stopping in Warren, but not Dearborn, where mounting pressure has been building to abandon the president this election.
We must punish Joe Biden.
That day, a press conference was held in Dearborn to protest the visit. And near the president's motorcade, a protest in the street. Now, 1 week later, a new trip is planned to Dearborn by key members of the White House, who will meet with local leaders about its policy on the war in Gaza.
The main thing that we want to reiterate in general, not just the Biden administration, but to the American public, that Palestinians are human beings too.
The executive director of the Michigan chapter of the Council on American Islamic Relations says many in Michigan's Arab American community are skeptical about the intent.
There is a level of real frustration that on the one hand, Mr. Biden talks about he values the lives of innocent Palestinians, and on the other hand, does not force the Netanyahu government into a ceasefire and is still actively sending weapons to the Netanyahu government.
Walid says some Palestinian community leaders turned down their invite, but others in the community, including Deputy Wayne County Executive Assad Turfi and Dearborn's Mayor Abdullah Hammoud, accepted. In statements, Turfi said in part, quote, "This visit represents the highest level policy delegation sent by the White House that I have known in my time. Having dialogue and maintaining an open line of communication with policymakers is paramount to achieving any objective," while a spokesperson for Hammoud added, quote, "Mayor Abdullah H. Hammoud has been clear that this is not the time for electoral politics. He has remained open to meeting with senior policy officials predicated on the Biden administration's willingness to change course in Gaza."
This meeting should not be used for a photo op for the Biden administration so that then he can go to the media and says, oh, everything is good with the Muslims.
In Dearborn, I'm Brett Cast, 7 Action News.